Hello everyone, this is Kathy and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about some brand new Harry Potter Lego sets. Yay, so exciting. Lego just announced these a little less than a month ago, so I wanted to chat with you a little bit about all 6 sets, what they've got in them, give you my somewhat biased opinion, and just give you some more details about all the different pieces and components that come with the sets. I'm also going to be talking through when they're releasing, their prices, and other details like that. I am just going to begin by saying that I am excited about all of these sets. I think they're all great additions to the current offering that LEGO has for their Harry Potter collection. But I will be talking about these sets in order of least favorite or least anticipated to most favorite, most excited about, most highly anticipated. Again, I think they're all great, but some of them just aren't something that I see myself wanting to build or wanting to add to what I have. We have limited space in the place that we live, so if I could have all of them, I absolutely would, but I can't. So I'm gonna have to be picky. So I'm going to just be talking about my most favorite at the end. I'm also going to give some reasons why they're my most favorite or the ones that I'm most excited about. Mostly because they have either nostalgic reasons or because they're the most accurate to the books. I am a Harry Potter books purist. You can fight me in the comments, but you will not change my mind that the books are 1,000 times better than the movies. Another interesting thing about some of these sets are that they can be used to show multiple different scenes from the books and the movies. So I'll get into that a little bit more when I get to these sets, but essentially you can play out multiple stories with one set, which I think is really awesome, super functional, and kind of makes these sets even worth a little bit more in my eyes, especially for kids. So without further ado, I'm just gonna jump in right now. So the first set that I'm going to be talking about is the Harry Potter Hedwig build. It is a full-blown Hedwig sculpture, statue, replica. She's holding a letter from Hogwarts. She has a crank on the side of her base that actually allows you to move her wings, which is pretty awesome. Everything is awesome. She comes with a little Harry Potter minifig and little Hedwig minifig. This is just a top-down view of Hedwig and the little minifigs that come with her. I am least excited about this one just because I'm not really a huge fan of how large Lego replicas or Lego statues look of living things or people's faces or things like that. Just not really my cup of tea. I like the scenery and set builds better. She's really cool though, and I think to have the mechanics in her is kind of a cool way for kids to start learning about how engineering and Legos work. So this one will for sure be a fun one. She is exclusive to Barnes & Noble and the Lego website in the US. She is going to be $39.99 US dollars, and she'll be available August 1st. The next set we have is the Forbidden Forest Umbridge Encounter set. This one is from the 5th book/movie where Grop, which is the big giant guy on the front of the box here, is encountering centaurs and Umbridge and Harry and Hermione because Harry and Hermione try and trick Umbridge by bringing her into the woods, and they get set upon by centaurs. In this set, it depicts Grop picking Umbridge up, which is what happens in the movie. That is not what happens in the books. Grop just kind of stumbles upon the scene and is a savior to Harry and Hermione, actually, not to Umbridge. This set is a pretty good depiction from what is in the movie.
I will have order.
The centaurs are kind of cool. I think this is the first time that we've ever seen centaurs in a Lego set before, and I don't believe that we've ever seen Grop in a Lego set either. As you can also see in this set, we have one single tree that kind of depicts that we're in the Forbidden Forest. Now, I had no idea what those weird red lamp-looking things were on the tree until I think I've realized that they're supposed to be mushrooms. I don't know. They also have a spider, which is kind of a cool throwback to the second Harry Potter book where they encounter Hagrid's spider friends that try and eat Ron and Harry. The tree also opens. I think it's just kind of a nice way to be able to store some of the small pieces in the set. I think that's a really cool thing because those tiny Lego pieces are super easy to lose. And especially if a kid's going to be playing with this set, it will be nice to have a place to store some of those smaller pieces like the lantern and the bones that are clearly scraps from what Grop's meals looked like. While this scene is fairly memorable and, it includes some cool like storage aspects, I'm just not as excited about this because I feel like that there are more memorable scenes throughout the series that they could have made a Lego set about. However, it's a cool set. There's a lot of, smaller pieces, and it's really awesome that this is the first time that we're seeing centaurs. So I think this is definitely a good set to add to any collection. This Lego set will be available wherever Legos are sold, so Lego website, department stores, Barnes & Noble, places like that. It's not exclusive anywhere, and it will be $29.99 in US dollars. Our third set is the Harry Potter Hogwarts Room of Requirement. This set is depicting a scene from the 5th Harry Potter book and movie. It is where Harry gets together his Defense Against the Dark Arts group called Dumbledore's Army. It's a group of students in the school that get together and secretly practice Defense Against the Dark Arts and spells. In this set, you have Harry, Hermione, and Luna. They are practicing their Patronuses.
Think of the happiest thing you can.
This is not the first set that's currently out that has Patronuses in it. There's another set that comes from the 3rd Harry Potter book/movie called Expecto Patronum, and it is Harry and his Patronus. Luna's Patronus is the rabbit and Hermione's is the otter that's shown here. This set is small, but it's pretty cool. They have a fireplace on the inside, which is reminiscent of the movie scene. There's also a target that they use to practice their spells on that's included. The other cool thing about this set is it shows the back side of the room, which faces a hallway in Hogwarts. The room is not easily accessible. It's not just readily available for anyone to just walk past and go in. You have to walk past it 3 times and think about what you really need. It's called the Room of Requirement for a reason. So this set includes a sliding door that uncovers the real door. On the opposite side of where the sliding door is, there is a wall that includes different educational decrees that were input by Umbridge that essentially were rules that she put in place as the Hogwarts High Inquisitor. They show them kind of popping off, so I think it's kind of a nod to when the different educational decrees fall off the walls when Fred and George leave in the movie. Kind of fun, definitely pretty well themed for such a small set. I really enjoy it because I like Luna and I'm glad that they included her in this. However, I feel like that they could have also included Ron and his Patronus because we haven't seen that. I think that this is a worthy set though, and definitely something fun and something small if you don't have a lot of space to kind of get the feel of Harry Potter. This set is going to retail for $19.99 US dollars and will be available in any place that you can purchase Legos, so any department store, Lego.com, and stores like Barnes & Noble. Our fourth set is the Harry Potter Hogwarts Astronomy Tower set. This set is rather large. It's one of the 2 biggest sets that are coming out. It is a depiction of the astronomy tower and some other rooms inside Hogwarts Castle. I think this one goes quite well with some of the sets that they've released most recently, including the clock tower set and Hagrid's hut and things like that, because while it's not the whole giant castle, it is like a larger section of the Hogwarts Castle that you can kind of piece together with some of the other Hogwarts Castle sets. In this set, as you can see, there are 8 minifigures. We have Hermione, Harry, Draco, Ron, Lavender, Neville, Luna, and Professor Slughorn. In these sets, they are all wearing kind of like dressier outfits because for the most part, they all went to Slughorn's party in the 6th book/movie. So it's a Christmas party. They're all kind of dressed up. The cool thing about this set, this is one of those where you can do multiple different scenes or pieces of the books and movies within one set. So you can celebrate Slughorn's Christmas party, you can depict the part of the book where Harry meets Slughorn in the greenhouses where he's taking venomous tentacula leaves. You can play through the scene where Draco is at the top of the Astronomy Tower where Dumbledore is murdered, although you can't actually imitate the murder scene unless you have a Dumbledore and Snape minifig, but if you do, then you can play that scene out if you'd like. Here is Slughorn's office. As you can see, you've got Professor Slughorn in there, there's a desk, there's some mail, there's a couple of potion bottles behind him. So this is also where Ron gets poisoned, and since you have a Ron minifig, you can depict that if you'd like to. Here's a close-up of the Ravenclaw girls' dormitory. You can see that Luna is sitting in her Slughorn's Christmas party dress. You can see the Ravenclaw banner behind her. She's sitting on her bed. She's holding the Daily Prophet, although it would have been cooler if she was holding the Quibbler, but this is kind of a cool close-up. This set is pretty cool and kind of ties for second place, in my opinion, out of all the 6 sets that are coming out. It's really fun because if I get this one, I can kind of match it up with some of the other sets I have that are more detailed versions of areas of Hogwarts. The different abilities to create and replay different scenes is also really fun. I think it's missing a couple of key components. Like, I wish that they would have like different outfits for the characters so that they weren't just all dressed up in their outfits for Slughorn's Christmas party. I really do enjoy the set itself though, and I think this might be one that we end up purchasing to add to our collection. This set retails for $99.99 US and is going to be available wherever Legos are sold. Okay, this next set that we have is the Harry Potter Attack on the Burrow set. This is actually a set that was recreated. The original set came out in 2010. This is depicting a scene that does not happen in the books. It only happens in the movies. This scene is incredibly controversial in my opinion. It's 100% unnecessary and it really doesn't add anything to the movie. However, I love the Burrow. That creates the Burrow in such a cool way. It's like lopsided, like how it's supposed to be. The colors are awesome. I just feel like I want the Burrow, and if I have to purchase it in a way that the attack on the Burrow is happening, I might have to just do that. For anyone who doesn't know, the Burrow is the Weasley's home. In the new set, we have 8 minifigs: Harry, Bellatrix Lestrange, Fenrir Greyback, Ginny, Tonks, Mrs. Weasley, Mr. Weasley, and Ron, as well as their owl Errol and Harry's owl Hedwig. I think that this scene definitely shows all the different textures of the Burrow and the different rooms that were added around. It doesn't have 4 or 5 chimneys, but it's a very accurate depiction of how they built the Burrow in the movies. The cool thing about this set is it's another one of those sets that they've come out with that includes multiple different ways to show and play with the scene and set itself. There are multiple different rooms depicted in this set as well. Right now you're seeing a close-up of Ron's room. It has his Chudley Cannon's bedspread, which is his favorite Quidditch team, and his poster on the wall. He's smiling and happy, so you can kind of have a fun scene with that. You also see a depiction of Ginny's bedroom, which is really awesome. It shows Ginny sitting on her bed, and there's a Weird Sisters poster on the wall, which is a famous wizarding musical group. And then you also see the living room with Molly and Arthur sitting in it. It's got a fireplace, there's a couch, a table, Molly serving tea. So you can do other things with this set that don't necessarily have to show the attack on the Burrow scene, which is another reason why I really enjoy this set, because if it was just depicting attack on the Burrow, I would probably still get it because I really want a depiction of the Burrow. It just wouldn't look right to me or feel right. So I love that you can do some more happy scenes or realistic scenes to the books in this set. This set retails for $99.99 in US dollars, and this one will actually be exclusive to Target in the US as well as the Lego stores and the Lego website. So you will, if you live in the US, have to go to Target to get this or order it from the Lego store itself. And the final and my most favorite and highly anticipated set that is coming out is the Harry Potter #4 Privet Drive set. I am so excited about this set. It contains scenes from both the first and second Harry Potter books. There are 3 major scenes that you can play out from the books and movies. The first one is when Harry receives all of his Hogwarts letters in the first book. This can be depicted with the different envelopes that come with this set, as well as a chimney. There is 2 scenes from the second books that you can play out. The first one is where Dobby visits Harry, and the second is when Harry escapes with Ron in the flying Ford Anglia car. In the books and movie, there are also the Weasley twins that help Ron fly the car and rescue Harry, but in this set, it's just Ron, which is fine. I totally understand why they only have those. The original Lego that came out in 2002 scene here shows Uncle Vernon, Harry, Ron, Hedwig. It shows them breaking the window open with the Ford Anglia, and it's really fun, super cute. It's definitely not nearly as detailed as the new set that's coming out is, but definitely a cool depiction of that. Minifigures that come with this scene include Ron, Harry, Petunia Dursley, Dudley Dursley, Vernon Dursley, and Dobby. It also includes the sugared violet pudding, which is just dessert, and Hedwig, and another brown owl. Here's just a closer up view of the interior of number 4 Privet Drive. You have the front door, you have Vernon Dursley sitting in the living room. It also includes the letters coming through the chimney. You've got Petunia holding the pudding. You also have Harry up in his bedroom that the Dursleys finally end up giving him. As you can see from this picture, it shows the ability to slide a letter in from the outside, and that will then come into the living room area by cranking that wheel, which is super fun. It's a very realistic way of showing that you can, kind of force letters down the chimney. You can also see over in the very corner there is a board that has been boarded over the mail slot, which was an attempt by the Dursleys to stop Harry's Hogwarts letters coming in the first book. I think that's probably just a sticker that you'll be able to place over the door, but that level of detail is so fun. Here's a final close-up of a component from the set. I think you can only access this from the outside wall, but it is Harry's bedroom under the stairs. It's cool. It's like a broom closet on the one side. You can see where they've stored all of their tools, and then Harry's bed, and he barely just fits in there, which is a pretty accurate description of what you would think of when you describe someone's bedroom as the cupboard under the stairs. This set retails for $69.99 US and can be found anywhere that Legos are sold. This is definitely going to be the one I purchased first. It's the one I am most excited about. I think it includes the most different accurate descriptions from things in the books and movies. It's also got a lot of different components, and it's just super nostalgic. I mean, to have a Harry Potter collection of Legos without number 4 Privet Drive would just be silly. So I need to for sure add this to my collection when it comes out on August 1st with all the other sets. So there you have it. There is my overview and review of all the different sets that are coming out on August 1st from Lego. I am super excited for these sets to release, and hopefully you all found this review and overview very interesting and informative. If you have anything that you'd like to comment about, you want to see more Lego reviews like this, we definitely want to know about it. So please go ahead and leave a comment. If you like the video, go ahead and give us a like. We'd love if you'd subscribe so that you can see more content like this that we'll be releasing. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.